Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the absolutely beautifully colorful charm bracelets that I will be making. Most of the components came from my most recent order from bbcraft.com. And if you have not checked out their website, you absolutely need to do so. I will have all the information in the description box below, including my code. My code is Casey10, and that code will get you 10% off their website's already amazing prices. And that's everything on the order, 10% off. So you definitely want to use my code, and keep in mind that I spell my name just a little different. That's KASI10. So if you would like to see how these bracelets came about, then stay tuned. I'm going to start with the tools that I'll be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, 1 set of crimping pliers, and I am using 49 strand bead along wire in the color Bright, which is this silver color. And I know you can probably see the gold that I have down here. And I assure you, when this is put together, you won't even be able to tell that it's silver. And I always get the 100 feet just because I go through it so quickly. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set. And like the name suggests, these tools are the most comfortable tools I have found. A lot of times, for whatever reason, jewelry making tools will come like this, just a little bit smaller. Of course, you can see the grips are quite a bit smaller as well. And they certainly function, but ever since I found these tools, I just can't really imagine using anything else. So I will have this tool set linked down below, along with everything else that I did not get from bbcraft. I will also link down below the opening video I did for my order from the website, and it will have a detailed description of everything that I used that came from the order. From my own stash, I'm using these 4mm pearls and all of the findings. And I'm kind of highlighting these enamel charms. These aren't the only thing. I also got these rice beads and the clasp, of course, but I really enjoy these enamel charms, so I wanted to have a creation that just kind of highlighted these. And I've already made 2 different ones. So here is the first one, and this one is just highlighting the butterfly charms with the rice beads, and I just think they're so cute. And this, of course, is just bright, colorful. I think it's really nice. And this is another one of the clasps that came in the order. And then I have this one, which highlights the flowers. Again, just bright, colorful. I think it's super cute. And this clasp is like the same one that I'm using for this one. And in this one, we're going to do a combination between the flowers and the butterflies. So I've already cut a length of wire, and it's going to be about 12 inches. And here's how I start the strand. I'll put on a jump ring, a crimp tube, and a wire guardian. I'm going to put it through one side, wrap it around, and put it through the other. And you want to make sure that jump ring gets up in the wire guardian, and I'm going to pinch it closed with my fingers. And then you want both ends of the wire through the crimp tube. And I'm going to pull on the longer end because I don't need the tail quite that big. And I want to separate the wires just like that. You want to make sure that they're not crossed underneath that crimp tube. And I'm going to take my crimping pliers and go into that second divot, just like that. Give it a good smash. You get that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into that first divot, give it another smash. And then I'm going to go with that flat part on the end and give it the final smash. And that's going to make it nice and snug. And then I'm going to hold it like this, take the crimp cover, put it right on top of that smashed crimp tube, and then flip it up, go in with the chain nose pliers and give it a gentle smash. Now I'm going to go front to back on that crimp cover. Make sure it has the round shape, just like that. And that is how I start each strand. And now it's going to be a simple back and forth with my yellow 4mm pearl, and then I'm going to go every other one down the line. Yellow rice bead, then another pearl, blue. I'm going to pull everything down, and you want to make sure that that tail gets tucked into the first couple of beads, just like that. And now I'm going to continue to go every other one between the pearls and the rice beads till I get about 6.5 inches, and we'll meet back up. All right, so here is what I have. If you just look at the beads and not the findings at the end, that last 4mm is right at about 6.5 inches. So that's usually what I go for my bracelets. That way I give it about another inch with the findings. So that way the whole bracelet will be about 7.5 inches. Obviously you can add more if you need it longer, or take some out if you need it shorter. So now to close it up, we're going to put on a jump ring, a crimp tube, and a wire guardian. So I'm going to put it through one side, wrap it around, put it through the other. Then you want to make sure that jump ring is up in the wire guardian, and I'm going to pinch it closed with my fingers. And I'm going to have both ends of that wire through the crimp tube, pull it down. And I want to put the tail through the first couple of beads. And just like that, I decided to just put it through that first bead, pull it snug. And here's where you have to have that balance, because you want to make sure that the strand is flexible, so you want to move it around, but you also want to make sure it is snug. You don't want any gaps in between the beads, so you have to kind of move it like this. I'm going to go in with my crimping pliers into that second divot. Give it a good smash. Get that taco shape, turn it on its side. Go into that first divot. Give it another smash. And then I'm going to go in with that flat part on the end. Give it the final smash. Gets it nice and snug. And I'm going to take that crimp cover, put it right on top of that smashed crimp tube. Then flip it up. Going with my chain nose pliers. Give it a gentle smash. And this part is always difficult to see, but I'm going to go front to back on that crimp cover. Make sure it has that round shape. Kind of bend the points in. Just like that. And I'm going to get as close as I can with that tail. I want to get in there and push that nub into the next bead, just like that. And now the strand is done. And you can see it started and stopped the same way. And the next thing I'm going to do is put on the clasp. So I'm going to hold it. So I popped open the clasp, and now I have two sides. And I'm going to use the jump rings that are already on there. I'm going to open it, put it on the loop on one side of the clasp. Just like that. Close it. Do the same thing with the other side on the other. Now you have the clasp on there, so in order to close it, you just take that part there that has that bar across, connect it on there, fold it over, and snap it. So that's what the clasp looks like. But now we need to add the charms. So I want the clasp open, just like that. And I'm using 5mm jump rings for these. I'm going to open it, and I want to open it kind of wide because I want it to fit around the bracelet, and I'm going to go into that first rice bead there, just like that. And I'm going to connect this purple charm and close it, just like that. And I'm going to connect them every other one in the same spot. So I'm on the right side of this rice bead. So I'm going to skip this one, and then I'm going to go to the right side of this next rice bead with the butterfly. I have them in the order here that I'm going to put them in. And I'm going to go every other one and add them just the same way. Okay, so I have added all of the charms, and I just love these enamel charms. They are so cute, so whimsical, and the combination of the flowers and the butterflies, I think that's so cute. All right, so here is the final piece, and I'm gonna set them all up so that we can see them better. All right, so here they are, and I absolutely love them. I love how colorful they are. I just think these are so cute. And I kept the bracelet itself, like the actual strand, very simple, very small, because I absolutely wanted to highlight these enamel charms. I think they're just so cute and so colorful and so bright, and I love them. I love how these came out. And the clasp, of course, becomes part of the design. I know sometimes clasps can be purely functional, but I really enjoy when the clasp becomes part of the design. I just think it kind of adds a little touch to the look. So once again, if you have not checked out their website, you definitely should. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is Casey10, and that code will get you 10% off your entire order from their website. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos just like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.